I'm Captain A.J. Harrell. I'm in the United States Marine Corps. This is my third year with the Blue Angels. I've been in the Marine Corps for 10 years. I've been flying for about 8 of those. Yeah, it's going to be a great show. We're super excited to be here in Smyrna, Tennessee. It's always great. It's not too far from where we live in Pensacola, so that's nice. It's nice weather. It's a great area. It's great to see lots of green trees and a little bit of rolling hills out here. So we're excited. It's going to be a great show site. It's going to be very beautiful. We got a lot of really top-tier performers here. Michael Goulian's here. We got Sean Tucker, some of the great names in the aviation industry. So it's going to be a really exciting show. Everybody should come out and check it out. Yeah, we travel around pretty much from the middle of March until the middle of November. We go all over the country, different weekend, different city every weekend, that kind of stuff. So we stay on the move, which is great. It gives a good opportunity to get around the country, see lots of different folks in their backyard, and show them a little bit about what the Navy and the Marine Corps do for them on a daily basis. Again, we don't paint our jets gray, and we're not wearing camouflage, but we're doing a lot of the same stuff that we do and we were trained to do while we were out in the Fleet Forces in the Marine Corps and in the Navy. It's stuff that we're going to go right back to doing when we leave the team. So we're just here for a couple years to hopefully show the American public what their tax dollars go to and the product that they're buying. I started in the Marine Corps flying C-130s in Japan. That was my first fleet tour. So went out to Okinawa, Japan. I flew there for 3 years, traveled around pretty much that entire half of the earth. I went to over 30 countries. I got to see a lot of different cultures, operated in combat missions, operated in humanitarian aid missions, all kinds of good stuff that the Navy and the Marine Corps do on a daily basis out in that part of the world. Really was able to step in and help some cultures in some different countries and when they were struggling. From there, I came here to the team and basically started wandering around America, showcasing some of those skills that we have and that we use every day. So that's kind of in a nutshell where my story started. And again, I'm one of the C-130 pilots here on the team, so I fly Fat Albert. Our mission is to logistically support the team. We also fly a flight demonstration. So everywhere we go, the 35 to 40 show sites a year, Fat Albert Airlines, the C-130, transports between 35,000 and 40,000 pounds of gear and personnel to each of those show sites. So our maintainers that make up the heavy lifting part of the team. They do all the maintenance on the jets, they refuel them, they take care of them, they do routine maintenance, they put engines in them when we break engines, they do all that good stuff for us that people don't see. It's after the show and before the show. But that's who we transport in Fat Albert. And again, we fly over about 100,000 miles a year in support of the team, taking these different places. And then we kick off each flight demonstration with about an 8.5 minute C-130 tactical flight demonstration as well.
You guys are kind of like rock stars, aren't you?
It's kind of interesting. You hear that thrown out there a lot. It's weird. I can't really wrap my brain around that. I'm a Marine. I'm a captain in the Marine Corps, and that's what I do. I wear kind of a funny suit while I'm here on the team, but that's who I am. That's how I see myself. And as soon as I walk out of here, I'm just going to be another guy in a green flight suit doing the same job, and another guy from the Marine Corps is going to put this blue flight suit on and take my place. So it is kind of interesting, sort of having the fame or notoriety, depending on who you are, where you go. But I think that's a great way for us to tell that story and tell a story of the Lance Corporals in Afghanistan right now doing the work for the country and all the men and women forward deployed around the world doing that job. So it'll definitely get you in the door. I'll tell you right now, it all starts with hard work. No matter what you want to do when you grow up or where you want to go, hard work is the key. If you're really passionate about what you're doing, it won't seem like hard work, but it's still hard work. That's the one key to success no matter where you go. So that's where it all starts. So if you're in elementary school or middle school or high school or college, that's a good place for you to start with that hard work. Hit the books, hit the gym, get physically fit, get your mind fit, and get ready to go. And then start exploring options, start asking questions. And one of the big things that I like to talk about is just service in general. So my calling was to the Marine Corps. Maybe somebody else is to the Navy. Maybe somebody else isn't even to the Department of Defense. Maybe it's to somewhere else. But serving your community, serving your nation, and serving your fellow citizens will make you a better person. It'll make the country stronger. So that's a lot of what we talk about, and hopefully people really kind of latch onto that and it means something to them. But it all starts with that hard work.
What do you guys do to kind of lay back a little bit?
Yeah, on this team, relaxing looks a lot like work. A lot of times when we relax, it's in the gym, getting our workout for the day, and just kind of turning your brain off for an hour and throwing some weights around. Some other times it's you'll find minutes to maybe hit the pool at the hotel or meet some family or friends out in town and just relax and grab a meal. But the second we hit the city, it all starts. We have media availabilities, we have local community outreach we do, we have schools we go to, special needs organizations that we meet with, Make-A-Wish. We're going to a Rotary Club this weekend as well, Friday. So it's very busy. Even when we're not in the air, we're busy running around town, talking to folks and hopefully being a positive impact in the community and teaching them a little bit about the Navy and the Marine Corps and learning from them about what the citizens are thinking about and what they're doing. So
no going to the bowling alley or going to watch a movie or going to a local restaurant, maybe?
Every once in a while I'll get out to a bowling alley, but that always gets pretty crazy. But we'll definitely hit up the local restaurants. We will often have applicants for our next year's team with us, so we'll spend a lot of time in local establishments, meeting with them and just kind of hanging out and getting to know them a little bit and teaching them a little bit about what we do and doing that process. But yeah, we'll definitely be out and about in town. You can bet on that.
Well, we're standing here with a legend, Sean D. Tucker.
Sean D. Tucker, that's correct.
Tell us about, I heard that you have made it into the Aviation Hall of Fame.
The National Aviation Hall of Fame, and I'm there with Orville and Wilbur and John Glenn and the greatest aviators that have ever lived in America. And I was so honored and privileged to have that opportunity. And for me, it's kind of like lifetime achievement work. That really doesn't matter. What matters is my passion today and what I'm going to do this weekend to do it to the best of my ability and to thrill the audience that's coming here to Smyrna. I'm very honored to be flying here.
So you're not going to sit on your past accomplishments, are you? You got to keep going.
In my business, you never can believe your press clippings, and that's for sure. And that's no fun anyway. I flying these air shows is about pushing boundaries, your own personal boundaries, and doing it safely. And that's what makes it so challenging. That's what makes it for us pilots so much fun, is to share the magic of flight, grow as an aviator, and have joy in what you're doing. And I love my job.
Before I ask you what the crowd should expect from your portion of the show, tell us about what kind of discipline it took your whole career to get you to this point.
I have about 25,000 hours of flying time, and tens of thousands of practices in these aerobatic machines, and I'm still learning. And so it's an incredible amount of discipline. I've already flown 4 times today. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to think about my flight, and hopefully when the crowd sees me dive into the arena this weekend, they see me at my very best. Snap rolling down 10 times, 12 times, 13 times, 250 miles an hour, pitching it up, tumbling end over end 9 times, diving back down to the ground. And we want to continue on from there, from front flips to twirls to twist spins. It's all about thrilling. It's all about inspiring. It's all about sharing a love. And our love is of the sky.
What's your tour schedule like?
I have a great year this year. We just finished a show in New York. We're in Providence, Rhode Island. Now I'm here in the South. And so it's a great schedule. It's a perfect timing, and we go from May until about November, but with good breaks in between so everybody can get a rest. But we're having a great year. It's just fabulous.
Are you going to be able to enjoy any of the sites and areas of Smyrna while you're here?
I think I'm going to go find the best barbecue in town in Smyrna. That's for sure. That's on the agenda.
There you go. Well, welcome, and have a great show this weekend.
Thanks very much.
Oh man, we're really excited to be here. Our debut year with this Jack Link's Jet Waco. It's going to be a really cool weekend. We've got the Blue Angels and some of the top airshow performers in the entire U.S. here at this show, so it's going to be a great show. But let me introduce you to the star of the show, in my opinion, not just because I'm flying it, but this is a one-of-a-kind, amazing airplane. Here it is, the Screaming Sasquatch, and it is a 1929 taper wing biplane. You expect, right? A big old lumbering biplane. The difference here is it's got a jet engine. This is a CJ610 Lear 24 motor, which gives us an extra 3,000 pounds of thrust. In addition to the 985 and the hard shell prop here, this gives us about 1,500 pounds of thrust. So between the two, 4,500 pounds and an airplane that only weighs 3,900 pounds. So we can sit there in a hover with better than 1-to-1 power to weight ratio, and I just push power up a little bit more and it will accelerate going straight up. You tell me you've seen a biplane do that, right? Nah, it's really amazing. So we get out here flying by, and what's really cool is we take off, and the first figure is a tower of power. So I go straight up like this. The airplane's making a ton of noise. They're looking around, looking to see, oh, the Blue Angel's already flying. No, they're looking around, finding that jet. They don't see it until they realize, wait a second, that's coming from that biplane. That can't be. And here, sure enough, the airplane accelerating through 4,000 feet, they start to realize, whoa, there's something special here. So awesome. I'm feeding my wild side with this airplane. I've done some wild things before, but nothing like this. It is really cool. Well, I've been working for John for 3 years, but before that I was flying competition aerobatics starting in 2001, 2010 national champion, and on the aerobatic team for many years. And I started at the University of North Dakota in 1988. That's when I started flying. This is my second time here. I was here 2 years ago, also with John Clad Airshows. We arrived on Monday, and this airplane, it's pretty unique. You can imagine the fuel systems are not quite set up to do a cross-country flight. So you may have seen our big 53-foot trailer over there with the Screamin Sasquatch den, as we like to call it. So the airplane is going cross-country in the truck. So when it gets here to Smyrna, we spent a day trying to, just going over any little maintenance items we might have to get ready for this weekend, and also to assemble it. So we put the wings on and the tail, all that stuff, and today we get it fueled up and ready, and make sure, safety is our number one priority. So we have a team of mechanics here doing everything they know how to do to make sure that when I get in the airplane, it's 100% ready to go, and we'll wow the crowd this weekend, guaranteed. We have 12 shows total. This is our fourth show. It's been going great. We've really been wowing the crowds. It's been the star of every show we've been to. They're really excited about it. And in fact, as the time goes on here, we get other people going, hey, you got to bring the airplane to our show. But we're slated to do 12 shows through East Coast to West Coast, and it's going to be great.
Brian Lorenz, the flight was great. I've done it before. It's super. These guys are the best. And they did a flight of two. They had their bonanza up there where they were taking photos where these two were in formation, different kind of formations, inverted, in slips, whatnot, upside down around the other one, flipping around, whatever. It was really great.
That's awesome. Would you do it? I guess you would. Obviously, if you've done it before, you would do it again.
I'd absolutely do it again.
I took my new friend up in the Air Guard Extra 300L. We had a great time. We had the Jack Lynx Extra 300L right next to us. So they were over there next to us feeding their wild side, and it's a great representation. We have a great partnership, and Jack Lynx is a huge supporter of the Air National Guard. So we have this great team that works in great synergy, and it's awesome. So, and I'm really happy to be in the Air National Guard for 24 years and to represent the 100,000 men and women that make up the Air National Guard all across the nation, all around the world, is a dream come true for me. So, a lot of kids come out. They want to learn how to get their college paid for, or how to get the GI Bill, or choose from 200 career fields. It's super easy. The Air Guard's a great organization, so we were able to go up and a little bit of the spirit of flying. Just enjoy the excitement, enjoy the day. That's what it's all about. And again, it's just awesome for me to be at this air show with some of the best performers in the world, not only in the nation. These are worldwide performers, and of course our Blue Angels are here. It's going to be an awesome weekend.
How long have you been doing this, and what made you want to do something like this in an air show?
You know what? I was a little kid, and actually one of the performers here, Sean D. Tucker, was flying Oshkosh when I was just about 15 years old. I looked up at the skies. I'm like, man, I want to fly. That'd be awesome to fly. I wasn't sure how, and I learned about the Air National Guard. They taught me how to fly, and 30 years later, here I am living the dream as an air show pilot. So I tell you what, we got a great organization. We got a great weekend planned, and it's going to be a great time that everybody that comes out.
With all the special guests in the plane with you, anybody ever pass out in there?
You know what? We've had a few people get sick and get a little bit dizzy. So you know what? It can be crazy. It's a different environment. Today, she took it like a champion. I don't think I could have given her enough. She had a great time. It was a great ride. I'm excited for the viewers to see this up close and personal, get a chance to see what my office space is like. But at the end of the day, it's about the next generation, about the future air show pilots, the future Air Guards men and women. So if you like what you see, check us out at goang.com. Check us out on Facebook or Twitter, and we look forward to seeing you at the air show this weekend.